Welcome, everyone, to another edition of CreatiVity Talkin. I'm your engineer, Biff Strange, with our host, V, his co-host, Jason Clark, the podcast by men, for men, about men that women love. CreatiVity Talkin. With today's guest, guitarist Jarrod Chester. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, of course. You can find us on Spotify and all of the places that you find your favorite podcasts. Jason,
what's happening?
What's up, dude? How you doing?
You know, I'm good, man. Real good.
Hey, so we had a crossover episode, but it doesn't air yet. But tonight, we have Jarrod Chester, who's a guitar player, and he is our first guest for season 2 officially. So, yeah, let me just run a little trailer for the crossover real quick, and then we'll talk about it for a couple minutes.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Excellent.
That was a lot of fun. Now, you heard it because I gave you a link. It's not public yet. It comes out on the 22nd.
Right.
And Pat's heard it, and then Man has heard it.
Okay.
Or will hear it. But that's the only people that have been privy to that one.
The privileged few.
But, yeah, so what do you think, man? You like it?
I did, absolutely. I think it's a great idea, and probably should do more of that, you know?
Oh, totally,
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So, all right. So we're going to bring on our guy. Jason, why don't you tell everyone basically how we found Jarrod?
Yeah, Jarrod Chester. I was, I'm a glutton for all things guitar. And to be honest, I can't remember exactly where. I don't know if it was a Facebook feed or somewhere. Anyway, or I think maybe somebody else had posted one of his videos. And it was fantastic, So I went and searched him out and, ended up becoming Facebook friends, and just, he's got a lot of great stuff, great original music. And,
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And, so
I was like, click, click, click.
yeah. So, and we had just, we'd kind of, not really talked, but I mean, we've commented, back and forth together on, some tunes and things like that for a while. And I thought, well, he'd be a great guest. So.
Yeah. And he let us post for the 4th of July, let us use his version of
Star Spangled Banner.
Star Spangled Banner. So that was very cool. And all righty, so we're going to bring him on. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Jarrod Chester. What's up, dude?
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Oh, absolutely. Welcome to the living room.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? How did you start in music? What was your journey, man?
Well, just always loved the guitar. Love at first sight. So, 10 years old and 30 years later, I'm still playing it. I love everything guitar.
Okay, so was it a song on the radio? Was it someone you saw play live, or is it something you saw like on a music video or live concert on television that made you want to go? Okay.
Well, my old man had an old like 1980 Ovation.
Oh, nice.
Sitting around, and you know how it is. You open up the case, and that plush or what do you call it, crushed carpet smell, or whatever it was. Right. So I picked it up, took one strum, and that was hooked. That was it. So
nice.
Now, is that the Ovation you still play?
No. That's a higher end Ovation. The one I started in was a very low end.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I've always had a what do you call it? A love affair with Ovation. I mean, just a soft spot for an Ovation.
Yeah.
I just love the acoustic. Yeah. Then I got into electric, but the acoustic was actually first.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah. You remember the first tune you learned?
Oh yeah, probably some Beatles tune. Yeah, that's what or Stones. I mean, that's what I cut my teeth on. Zeppelin. I mean, all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So now you live in Missouri, am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's great.
Yeah.
So I was gonna wait, but I got to ask you about that fabulous SG you've got too. What's the story with that one?
Yeah, I bought that off a guy in Connecticut. That I've always been a huge Glenn Buxton fan, and an early Alice Cooper group.
Yeah.
Back when it's the Alice Cooper group. So
Right.
and Glenn Buxton had one of those, and so did Hendrix.
Yeah.
Hendrix had a 67, but I scored that 69, and yeah, boy, it's a crazy guitar. If you you can't even hardly fret a chord down here because the neck is it's almost like a violin.
Yeah.
It's so small. But,
yeah. Real thin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, it sounds great though, man. The 3 pickups,
But it looks a lot better on the videos than it does in person. It's pretty rough in person, but yeah.
That's all right though. I mean,
as long as it sounds the same, man. That
it sounds killer.
Always gonna make it look pretty,
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. But I'll tell you, you were talking about Ovations too, and I think they record very well. I mean, especially like some of your acoustic stuff. Production wise, man. I mean, it's the stuff looks great. You know what I mean? It sounds great. So I don't know what you're doing, but you got it down. So.
Well, I'm very technology challenged, so.
Well, it doesn't show. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. Because I mean, even the shots are framed up great. I love especially the acoustic stuff. You're by the window, the lighting. I mean, it looks like you really thought it out. And I think I'd asked you one time, and I think you said you use like an old MXR reverb a lot of times.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm old school. I like, I don't know, just do everything simple. I like I said, I played in bands for years and years, and I got tired of the band thing. And then when the virus shit hit, I just said, well, I'm going to figure out how to do some recording.
Right.
And so that's what I did. And I was seeing other guys doing it. So it's like, why not?
Yeah.
Try to figure that out. So
I'm still trying to figure it out. So I'm in the same place, but you're a little farther along than me. But it's great stuff though. So what kind of you in rock, mainly rock bands? I mean, what kind of stuff are you guys doing there?
Yeah. I was in a lot of rock bands here around the area, regional type stuff. Opened up for a few big bands every now and then.
Oh, nice.
Quiet Riot at one point.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. That's back when I had hair. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of doing my own thing now. So
well, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, it's like you get in a band, and I always feel like I forget how to play guitar after a couple of years of playing in a band because you got kind of got your set,
Right.
The same guys for the most part, and So
I mean covers. If you're doing if it's like a cover band, I mean that's great. But I know what you're saying. I mean, as far as being kind of kills the creative part of you too, right? I mean,
Right. So that's kind of on the journey where I've went here recently. Is just seeing what I got to offer as far as originals, and so.
Absolutely. I mean, do you have an album in mind? I mean, are you getting enough material together where you're thinking about putting something together like that? Or?
Yeah, well, I've done albums with bands before, but it's always been, more I don't know, not really me, I guess. And so what I've done in a lot of these recent videos I'm playing in this really kind of strange tuning.
Oh.
And my goal is to put an album together of all these songs that I've written in this music in this one particular tuning, which is a little bit oddball.
Yeah.
But so that's what there's a couple pieces on YouTube and Facebook that I've done that one's called Forging the Sky and one's called Burnt Offering. Yeah. And those two I've done in this kind of tuning, and I don't know. I think it's unique as far as all the stuff I do. I think that's probably the most.
Yeah.
If I just pick up a Les Paul and crank it up, I'm not that different from
anybody else, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But if I do that, that's kind of a unique deal.
So that's a tuning that you came up with yourself?
Well, I learned. I'm a big Jimmy Page fan, and I learned the Rain song.
Oh yeah.
The Rain song is in a tuning very similar to that tuning, but not exact. So I learned that tuning, and I just kept that guitar laying on the couch. And this is 17 years ago, and that guitar laid on the couch, and I just every now and then, I'd start messing with it, and so
after a while, it just was natural, I guess. Huh?
Yeah. So cool. It's something unique. But.
Yeah.
So Jason, I see you're wearing a Fender shirt too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We called each other. That was before Jason had
to
shower before the show. Mm-hmm. He came back really relaxed,
Well, hey, you can't beat a good shower, man. So what's going on in Chicago tonight, or the greater Chicago area, I should say?
Well, right now there's this taste of happening, literally, right outside the building, and more down that way, but half block down. So there was a drunk guy passed out on the side yard, couldn't get him into the car, and he's like, "Oh, I'm like, great."
Saturday night, man.
Saturday night, someone had fun, but yeah, dude, it took three guys couldn't even get this dude in the car, I'm just like, oh, good luck with that. If you're hurt, different problem,
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. If you're a dumbass, then no.
He'll be hurt tomorrow.
Yeah. Right. But what's going on there by you, Jay?
Just working too much as usual, I'm trying to think. Nothing exciting, I wish there was more excitement, but just doing my thing, It's South Carolina. Come on,
Nice.
But back to the 100-degree days, that's always a pleasure.
Mm-hmm. Little humidity.
Oh, a lot of humidity.
Sticky. I know.
Yeah.
Right.
The worst part about living here.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Nothing like, being cool and still being hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
okay, so what okay, so for people who don't know, what type of music did you start out playing? And, how would you best describe the style you're playing beyond that tuning?
I think I'm a rock guy through and through. Love metal. I think there's a bit of a folk influence, maybe some Celtic influence in what I'm doing. I'm a huge fan of Ennio Morricone, who did all the spaghetti western soundtracks back in the 60s and beyond. So I grew up with that, those old western.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. So
down.
Yeah. It's just so cool. They take a simple part, combine it with another simple part and another, and you put it all together, and it's this orchestra of just coolness, So,
nice.
Total. But I kept my teeth on the rock stuff, the Zeppelins, the Sabbaths, the Maidens, the Priests, all that stuff. So.
And then what age did you start playing in bands?
Oh, as soon as I possibly could. Just garage bands and stuff, and high school. I was never in a high school band because
right.
They were playing jazz, and but yeah, as early as I could. Like I said, I was trying to get in the bars at 18, just because I just wanted to, be mic'd up, amped up, be under the lights, just playing whatever it was, whether it was blues or rock or anything. And I made that happen. And like I say, and then it did that for a long time. And then finally, now I'm the exact opposite.
I'd rather the other thing.
Right. I'd rather get off the stage and spend some time just recording and creating. So, yeah.
So was it like, what's like the nearest big city to you? Was it hard to find other musicians in your area, or you got a pretty good?
Well, where I'm at, it used to be a music mecca back. I mean, back since the 70s to probably about the early 2000s, and then it seems like things changed a lot. I'm close to Tulsa. I'm close to KC.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of the big claim to fame around here was Steve Gaines from from Skinner. He was so a lot of the guys around here, the older guys, played with him. Yeah,
awesome.
So
yeah, I know, depending on where you are, I mean, it's like, I grew up in upstate New York, and it was like there was only a handful of people that played instruments, so you pretty much, all the bands sort of circled around either one or more of the same guys usually,
interchanged parts.
Yeah. Guys would be playing in a couple at the same time. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, that's always a struggle sometimes, just to find guys that are doing it too,
And that's kind of funny too, like like if you were playing in more than one band, you're considered a jag back then. And now people have like 4 or 5 different bands going at any given, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like look at what do you guys think about Richie Kotzen and Adrian Smith's record, man? I thought that was solid stuff.
That's an odd pairing.
It was very odd, but it works, right?
Oh, it does, totally. Yeah. I mean,
he was a hired gun in Maiden to begin with.
Adrian?
He wasn't an original member, I don't think, was he?
Well, Dennis Stratton. Dennis Stratton was on Iron Maiden 1.
Oh, okay.
And Adrian came on Killers.
Okay. So he's been there a while, yeah.
Yeah, And I think Dave Murray was actually the more experienced guitar player at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Adrian was kind of looked up to Dave. Yeah.
But I mean, just because people play a style of music doesn't mean that's what they listen to.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yep. Like, okay, this is what I do, but when I'm home, I listen to,
Yeah. Yeah, and he's doing a little singing too. I mean, it's like, it's like, all right, But there's been a few good records here the last, like you said, probably since COVID. I mean, there's been a lot of a couple cool collaborations like that, Guys just bored, I guess, and looking for something.
Oh yeah, all the Zoom jams that happen.
Some of those were very cool too.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Figured that out. I wouldn't know how to,
Yeah. The technical side of that is like, how the hell did it? Yeah. I mean, and you would think, there's got to be some latency, between everybody's gear and stuff. I don't know. I'm surprised they're as good as they sound,
Right.
So.
Wrong.
But we're old. What will we know about that? It's probably a whiz to these guys.
Where's the tape?
Yeah.
Where's the tape?
Yep.
Yeah, I was talking to this younger dude the other day about music and recording and this, that, and the other, and we're talking about analog versus digital, and he actually took his metal band and went to LA and recorded analog.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Going old school.
Pretty interesting. And, we're talking about how, basically with the digital stuff's great, but you lost the dirt.
Yeah. Well, there's just that.
You know what I mean?
Warm,
it's not, there's not, everything doesn't have to be perfect. That's what makes music perfect, is that it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, and to echo that, a lot of the joints I was playing here when I was still playing out live, it was all processors. You had to they didn't even want amps, you know.
Oh,
and
yeah.
What do a guy like me? What do you do? I mean, I can't.
Right.
I got to plug in and push air. I can't. So that ruined it a lot.
Yeah. And that's like a lot of guys are doing, like, campers and modeling and stuff like that now. And I mean, I can see where it works, especially, when you're touring. I mean, it's more cost effective and probably more consistent than using like rental backline. I get all that, but surely they must miss the air moving, like you said,
Oh yeah, I mean, and it just dialing all that stuff in. That's maddening. I mean, just turning knobs.
Yeah, you got to be a computer programmer, right?
Yeah, that I want to spend more time playing than dinking. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Like the first time that I'm sitting at a bar one time, and this dude sits down next to me, and he pulls his screen up, and it's the mixer. I'm like, no. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, at least you don't have a lug a bunch of crap around,
No, I know.
But, yeah.
It's very interesting, but I don't know, man. You lost the dirt when everything went,
Yeah. Yeah, how many great records, I mean, the old records that still sound great,
Right. And the point I made was, like the beginning of Black Dog.
Oh, yeah.
Jing, 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 jing. Hey, mom. Jing, jing. Like, because someone spilled their coffee. You won't have that ever on anything. It's not the same as oh, I love you.
Right.
Yeah, but anyway. Okay, so then you started playing in band. Did you go on any regional tours, or how much did you do any recording back in the day?
Yeah, I did a lot of recording with a couple different bands, a group called Jailhouse, a group called Twofold Soul, a group called Dead Electric, just a lot of different things. Like I said, opened up for a few bands. Nothing too spectacular. I worked with a few regional bands. I wrote a song or two with some writers out in LA. I just put the music and tried to, nothing ever came of it, but just the experience of it.
Sure.
But no, I'm pretty much, I'm total selfish now. I'm worried about what I'm doing, so, so that's.
So for sure. So where can people find you and find your music, what you're doing?
Well, right now I'm trying to build up the YouTube channel. Just type in my name, Jarrod Chester, and I'm trying to work that angle. I'm really wanting to get into more some like soundtrack type stuff. See, maybe pursue that more than the rock band thing these days.
Yeah, because I was going to mention earlier when I was listening to your stuff, a lot of it is very cinematic. I mean, I don't see any problem with you getting background music in a film.
Yeah,
thank you. Yeah, hey, your stuff tells a story that you're playing. Even when you're covering other people's stuff, you're still you. You know what I mean? There's always the secret sauce. Not the secret sauce that Jason had in the
in the shower.
Oh man, vicious.
Never gonna live it down. Yeah, we'll just have the shirt and just go shower.
Hey, I'm so old that I even turn myself down these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nice. Nice. Okay, so what did you take out of recording with other bands and working with multiple people, and then beyond having to be able to be locked down, yet what did you learn from dipping your toes in the music business?
Well, recording is a very humbling, at least the way I started doing it. It was with real mics and all this, and it's a very humbling, because you realize just how much you suck.
Right.
First time you go in there and you realize, you're not syncing with the bass player's not syncing with the drummer. There's so that opened my eyes to just really paying attention to every little piece of every little part of the, and you go back and listen to like all the great records and even like old Motown stuff, all that stuff. You just put on, the headphones, and it's amazing. The
James Jamerson, like one of the greatest bass players ever on a lot of those old Motown tunes, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I mean, those guys were the real, just great. And then the rock guys, was copying them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I mean,
that's awesome. Yeah, I really dig Forge in the Sky, man. That's one of my faves.
Oh, well, thank yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of that one, and that other one, that Burn Offering. I wrote that Burn Offering here not too long ago, and I bought me a hurdy-gurdy.
Oh yeah. So that's a weird looking thing, and
that's cool.
I mean, I don't even think I can wrap my brain around it. I was looking at that, like trying to figure it out. Like, so you're like, explain how it works. I mean, it's got like a crank, right? So it's something spinning, and then you.
Yeah, it's like a violin mixed with like a piano almost. You're cranking this wheel that you put this resin on. And there's cotton, and you put a little piece of cotton under, and it's like a drone instrument. Well, anyway, then there's certain strings that and it has a vibrating, what do they call it? Vibrating bridge. Like on a guitar, that's bad. If you get a buzzing bridge, is what they call it.
Yeah.
So if the bridge buzzes, it creates a rhythmic. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I've already broke the one I bought. I kept screwing with it, but boy, you talk about. I'm in the vintage guitar market. I love vintage guitars.
Yeah.
That's nothing compared to the.
I was gonna say, where do you find something like that?
Oh, you got to meet somebody in an alley, and
Right.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Yeah.
I've got 3 of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
because when I saw that, I'm like, the heck is that?
Yeah.
It's not something you see every day. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, that's a whole nother world.
Yeah. So are you able to repair this thing, or I mean?
Yeah, I'm tinkering with it. I'm gluing shit back together.
Yeah, you can't go down to like hurdy-gurdy center and and get a part.
It's like, where do you get strings for it?
Hurdy-gurdy center.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's funny though.
Yeah.
So Jason, you got that guitar you've been dicking with?
It's out in the garage. I've sanded it back again. I can't decide. I'm so indecisive. I'll get it. I think I know what I want to do with it, and then I'll sand it off and try something else. And so it's still in process.
Well, what was the one you showed before we went on?
Oh, that was the Slick Telly. It's a cheapo, but it's decent. It's like I've got my really good stuff, and then I have this whole thing where I like cheap guitars that are.
Yeah, Jason,
I think are good. Have what?
You have a guitar addiction.
I do.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Jarrod.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. And I've got the credit card bills to prove it. But,
nice.
Well, everybody's got something.
What are those 15 boxes on the porch? Oh,
right.
Jason's changing his strings again.
Right.
So let me ask you: are you more of a Fender or a Gibson, or do you have
both? Man, yeah, no, I like them all, man. Yeah, I've got. I mean, I own more Fenders than Gibsons at this point, but I'm not done yet.
Right.
I've got a really good Les Paul standard. It's a 1995 Honeyburst.
Oh yeah.
And that was one of those things. When I was probably in my late teens, early 20s, I had a studio Les Paul, and of course hawked it, horse traded it, whatever. And then I just turned 50, and I was like always looking for the Les Paul. I played a bunch of beautiful ones, but it was like, I'd put them back, and this was just the one, I wasn't even planning on buying it or spending that kind of money that day, but I was like, I can't leave it, So I got that and an SG Special. Those are my only two Gibsons at this point. Then I got a bunch of, Strats and Tellys and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm definitely own more Fenders than Gibsons right now at the moment. But
Cool.
Yeah.
95 is a good year for Gibson, for sure.
Yeah, definitely those. That was a good era for the Goodwood era or whatever they called it, right?
Right.
Goodwood.
Yeah.
That's gonna cost me.
Right. What kind of amps you a Marshall guy or what's your take on?
Well, I tell you, I'm a big fan of this new trend, or the what you call them, lunchbox amps.
Yeah.
I'm really getting in these, plugged through a Marshall half stack, of course.
Yeah.
Like the Orange Shiny Terror, 3 knobs.
I've never tried one, but
it's amazing.
Cool? Yeah.
I'm big on low wattage tube amps, just
nice.
dimed.
Yeah.
Dime.
Right.
I'm Victory's making good stuff now, but yeah, I've had the Marshall stuff. Well, you can't hardly play anywhere with.
Oh, they're so loud. Yeah, right.
100-watt plexi.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Wow.
Yeah. I've got a really good.
Turn it down. It's on one.
Right. I've got a good Super Reverb. It's a 72.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so that's an early Silverface. So I mean, it's before they got like really kind of, But yeah, that's.
See, when it comes to Fender, I'm more of a fan of their amps than I am.
Oh yeah.
Their guitars. Yeah. I love the amps better than the guitars.
Yeah.
I've got a deluxe I've played for forever.
Yeah.
It's just
that's the greatest clean tone. I'm sure. As far as.
Oh
yeah. Yeah. Leo got a lot of stuff right, didn't he?
He did. He sure did.
Yeah.
Man.
And I've got
I only dick around with guitars. I mostly have Fenders and Fender acoustic bass, and the Gemini 3 acoustic, and then the Telly.
Yeah. You've got the the James. Oh, you had a James Burton Telly, didn't you? I think.
Yeah. Where is it? Right. Yep.
Okay.
I like to keep my guitar dirty. Oh, we want to shout out to. Hold on. Let's review. Okay, so as of season 2, we are in 33 countries and 277 cities.
Wow.
Yeah. United States is the big one. Then Germany. And then Brazil, we have Mexico, Ukraine, Canada, Argentina, United Kingdom, France, Netherlands, Switzerland, Australia, Israel, India, Belgium, Senegal, number 4, comedy interview, thank you. Colombia, Austria, Dominican Republic, Italy, Turkey, Spain, Norway, Portugal, South Korea, Rwanda, Luxembourg, Nigeria, Estonia, New Zealand, Afghanistan, Albania, and Indonesia.
Well, I'll be.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
The smart ass heard around the world. Mm-hmm. That's pretty weird, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to.
It's so bizarre. Like when we were kids, never in a million years would you'd think,
couldn't wrap your brain around it,
Yeah, like I thought it'd be cool to be on like the local free radio show telling fart jokes.
Yeah.
And now you can do it worldwide from your friggin' desk.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Cool,
yeah.
But
Yeah. Oh, it's like talking about high school bands. I mean, remember you had like a really crappy cassette tape of your music. I remember the time we got go to the local AM radio station and played at midnight. They played stuff at midnight. We thought that was a big deal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like everybody's accessible now.
Yeah, it's and it's bizarre, and that's what's so weird when like it's so foreign to me to have people complaining about people expressing whatever they want to express, no matter what.
The whole point, right? I mean,
right. You know what I mean? You don't have to agree with people. It's called expression, not, a dictate. Quit telling people what to not say, what to not do.
Well, what kills me too is like
stop apologizing, man.
Yeah.
You can't keep up with people changing words on the fly and then expect everyone to adhere. Oh, you must use the new term. You must.
I love when you go on, you watch music videos and you read the comments and they're like, this guy sucks. I'm like, no, he doesn't. If
you don't call this an apple, it's hate speech.
Right. But, it's like, if you don't like it, that's one thing. But you can't say, somebody sucks. I mean,
yeah.
Hey,
but how about everyone just be cool?
Yeah.
Be a good human,
That'd be nice.
Bizarre. People got so uptight, man. They need, the world needs rock music, man, more than ever because, dude, people are so uptight. They need to just relax and start dancing. You know, something, man. Yikes.
Yeah, we didn't
because we went from, bands for like Van Halen, everyone it was about the party, man. Then the woe is me bands. Oh, it's kind of like the same thing, but there's after like the Foo Fighters thing and that whole thing that happened, unfortunately, who's the feel good guys?
Well, that's a good point.
You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with feel good bands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but where are they? You know what I mean?
They're waiting for us to.
Yeah, there are places like like Jarrod. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're there. People have to find them.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing and the bad thing about being able to put your music out is that people who aren't as good, whatever, in the same category, maybe it's categorized wrong or different. You know what I mean? But it's still you have to sift
and find
more and more to find the good stuff. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, it's because some of the stuff I listen to, like the new metal stuff, dude, the European, like as soon as I hear that, click.
You don't like it?
I don't want to hear that, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm getting old.
Are you talking about like what type of European metal are you talking to? Like the real keyboard heavy?
The whatever they're
Oh, the symphonic type.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, have you guys heard the new Cult song?
No.
Yeah, I heard half of it.
You heard half of it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know they had a new one.
Yeah.
It's a slow one, but
yeah.
At least the part that I heard, maybe it did picked up, but
so good, bad.
It sounds great.
Yeah, it's mid tempo. The video is really kind of. It's like they went back to the Dreamtime era, like beginning there. It's kind of I don't know. It kind of intrigued me as far. Best thing I've heard from them in a little. I don't know. Check it out. It's pretty cool.
They haven't had an album out in what? Is it 7 years or 17? I think it's 7.
More like 7. Yeah.
But
I love Billy Duffy though, man. He's good.
Oh yeah.
Big Gretsch.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I mean, I thought anyway. But
I'll check it out. I didn't even know they were doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting when he went to the 21st Century Doors.
The what? No?
What happened?
What'd you say? Huh?
What? What? 21st Century Doors. The Doors?
Yeah. What are the 21st? I'm not following you.
The dude from the Cult, Ian, went.
Yeah, Asbury.
And went and sang for the Doors.
Oh, I did not know that.
And they were the 21st Century Doors.
Wow.
How did you miss that, dude?
I don't know. Now I got to go find that too.
Were you hibernation? Were you making worst?
I was going through my liverwurst phase.
Liverwurst.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Was out
Really? You
back
didn't know that?
stuffing sausages. No, I didn't.
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a story for you, Jarrod. So I'm waiting for my back surgery, right? So I'm at home, and I've got the window open. This is when I live in California. So I'm in Glendale, California, and I hear this do 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 do, and I'm like, I got up and I'm like, start walking out. Then my roommate's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "No one plays that song like that person." So I'm gonna go see what's going on, right? So I go and it's like a block and a half down, and it's a car dealership, grand opening, and it was the Doors playing, dude. This was before Ian. It was like the remaining members of the Doors playing for their buddies, like Chevy dealer opening up, free hot dogs,
Right.
and the Doors. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like I'm hobbling. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? What?
Okay.
Like in front of like Blazers,
Yeah.
I'm like, get the out of here, man. I'm like, no
That's
way.
awesome.
But
Yeah.
there's a certain thing, like 100 people could play that song, but it's only going to sound right once.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
you know what I mean? And that's nothing against anyone else who plays it, because they don't have those muscles and that bone structure and that,
Yeah.
or whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever it is.
Whatever that thing is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like Robbie Krieger came to the local bar down here years ago. I mean, I wasn't even old enough to get in the bar and snuck in.
Yeah.
And I didn't make it the whole night because they ended up throwing me out. But
Effort, sir.
yeah, just seeing him play like Spanish Caravan and
Yeah.
and he played that old SG.
You were hooked.
Oh man.
Yeah, and it's really weird with the Doors because they only played like 100 shows
Really?
or less than 100 shows.
Hmm.
Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah.
Yeah, and when Jim was
that's crazy.
Yeah, when Jim was passed out, Ray Manzarek, he'd sing the whole show. He'd play all the keyboard. Right. He'd fill in for Jim, and he'd sing just like him. There's video of it, and it's incredible. Oh yeah.
Mm.
He was the genius behind the whole
thing.
It was just nuts, Yeah. Not even 100 shows.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And that's including like the whiskey. Which I mean that's a club, but still like collectively.
Yeah. Right.
To have that impact with that little amount.
It must have been the time, that like the 60s, I guess. I mean, like even the Beatles, I mean, look at the amount of stuff they put out. I think it was like 6 years or something, wasn't it? Like their lifespan.
Insane. Yeah. The recording career.
Yeah. But what an incredible amount of music for that short a period, You would have thought those guys have been around for 40 years,
Well, even like the Zeppelins and the Sabbaths. Of course, Sabbath, but I mean, with the original group anyway, you're talking from 70 to 79 roughly.
79, yeah, that's when Ozzy left, right?
That's when Ozzy left out, and then Zeppelin. 68, 69 to early 70s,
Yeah. What was it, maybe 74-ish or something? I don't know.
Yeah, that
77 when Bonham died, wasn't it? 70,
right.
78.
Yeah.
My sister had tickets and she returned them. I'm like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
I would have kept those, man.
Yeah.
The Chicago show was like supposedly the next show or something, or 2 shows later or something. Like I would have kept it just, But did you see Celebration Day? Led Zeppelin Celebration Day? Jason, you haven't seen it?
No.
Oh.
When they played at the O2?
No.
The executive that signed them passed away, so they did like a tribute. It was like the guy took care of him for like 40 years. So he passed away. And so Zeppelin basically got together and they practiced for like 4 months with Bonham's kid.
And awesome.
They did one show.
Oh, wow.
And it's recorded. It's amazing, dude.
I'll have to check it out.
It's incredible.
Dude, Kashmir. Just Google that.
Yeah.
Holy moly, man.
Yeah. I'll check it out for sure.
And here's the whole thing with Zeppelin, because they could never have a great show, great technical performance, and then great audio or visual or a combination. Like they could never. There was some weird juju around Zeppelin that it never.
Yeah,
you know, at Us Festival there was a weird thing, and
right.
But dude, this was like the perfect. I can't blame Robert Plant for not wanting to do another Zeppelin show ever.
Right.
Because there's no way you're going to top that performance. That was.
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah, and they're all like 70, and they're like, dude, it's amazing.
Yeah. Well, and Jason Bonham, what a great drummer too. I mean,
dude, he's a monster.
Yeah.
Well, have you guys seen the? It comes around here. I've seen it several times. The Sammy Hagar, the Circle.
The Circle.
Oh yeah.
Jason Bonham's the drummer.
Michael Anthony
on bass. Yeah, and Vic Johnson on guitar. Man, he's a
Vic Johnson
monster. Oh my god,
they're a good band.
Yeah,
but they play all that. They play like When the Levee Breaks, a few
Right.
other Zeppelin stuff. Man, and of course all the Van Halen stuff. But wow, but
good stuff. Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah. So, did you hear about the Van Halen celebration that's supposed to happen? Have you heard about it at all? Okay. So basically, apparently there's this thing happening, and it's a I don't know if it's going to be like 10 shows or 4 shows or whatever, but or 2 shows, one on each coast or something, who knows. And it's basically 2 people on each instrument.
2 people on each instrument.
Jason Newsted, it was going to be Jason Newsted and Michael Anthony.
Oh, okay.
And then it was going to be Alex Van Halen and Tommy Lee. And then Joe Satriani and Lukather.
Steve Lukather? Yeah.
Yeah, Lukather. And then David Lee Roth and Pink as the vocals. I could see, dude, Pink is like, she's a rocker, dude. She's got the rock.
Yeah.
She's the only person I could legitimately call a rock star from the younger, because she's like, F you, look what dude, she's crazy and insane. She's got a great band, but
yeah.
At least they're calling it a tribute and not.
Yeah.
At least they're calling it a tribute and not.
Yeah. It's not Van Halen. It's a celebration of.
Right.
It's a celebration of Van Halen.
And they're talking about touring this, or
Tribute to Eddie, and then there's going to be they're talking about other guitar greats coming in and playing 2 songs here or there, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think Luke and Eddie were pretty close.
They were.
Yeah, they were best buddies.
Yeah. I love that guy, man.
Oh, he's a monster.
Yeah,
he is a monster.
Monster playing, but I listen to every Luke interview I can find too, because he just cracks me up.
Oh yeah, he's great. Yeah.
It's like if I was a Make-A-Wish kid, that'd be my. Let me hang out with Luke for an afternoon. Be like.
I watched one where he was talking about Barbra Streisand.
Oh.
He was doing a session for Barbra Streisand, and she was real nice to the band and all, but I guess she just reamed the arrangers.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, Luke's great. Listening to him talk about all that stuff.
He's funny.
It's gold.
He's played on 1 million songs too. Man. It's like unbelievable career.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, what other new guitar players are you into? Have you found anybody lately that's blown your doors off? Or?
Oh boy, yeah, it's hard. I still like the old guys.
Yeah, me too.
The Shankers.
Michael.
Yeah, I mean, I see some of the new stuff. I mean, they're great players. I guess I don't get much of a feel from lot of this and not a lot of this.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I'm still searching. I just like the new albums by the old guys, I think.
Yeah. Now I'm from I live in Greenville, South Carolina. We've got our boy here's Marcus King band. Have you been checking those guys out?
No, I haven't heard him. No.
Oh man, check him out. Yeah,
Marcus King.
Marcus King band. Yeah,
Okay.
and
okay.
yeah, he's I saw him. I was Government Mule was in town some years back, and they were local band. They opened up, and Warren Haynes kind of helped get them going. But yeah, he's a great player, great singer, and doing some solo stuff and stuff with the band. But yeah, great feel though. You might more like bluesy kind of
Yeah.
It's not metal,
yeah.
you know what I mean, but good playing and good songs and stuff. So
Oh yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
you might want to
Talking
check
about
that out.
Marcus King.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, he's pretty good.
yeah, totally.
I dig him.
Yeah, I'll check that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, what was your favorite band coming up when you were a kid? What was that band that you besides like the Beatles and learning guitar? What was the band like? What was your band?
Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Iron Maiden.
I saw him in 1985 on the World Slavery Tour, man. I was
Yeah.
yeah,
That
was awesome.
They just to me are, they're not everybody's cup of tea for sure.
But they should be.
Yeah, I took my wife to see him this last.
I always respected him, but back then, everyone was a Maidenhead and a Priesthead, and I just didn't. I was into Queensryche and Talkin and Van Halen and Stevie Ray Vaughan and other harder Metallica and Anthrax and that kind of thing. But
did you see the tour? One of the tours I saw was Halford, Queensryche, Brave New World album.
Yeah, the Voice tour.
It was like 2000, which 22 years ago. But
Maiden, Halford, and Tate's band.
Yeah, well, Queensryche. Yeah, it was Halford, Queensryche, then Maiden, and it was one of the best shows I've ever seen because Halford had just released that Resurrection album.
Uh-huh.
He got done doing all his experimental shit, and then he came back to like focus on being that comeback album basically.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then Queensryche really didn't have an album at the time. I don't remember, but they raw. I mean, it was still the original with the exception of Chris DeGarmo.
Yeah.
And then Maiden was on fire, and it was one of the best shows I've ever seen because everybody was just. It was a terrible time for metal. It was a terrible time, and all that just
in one package, right? Yeah.
Oh, it was incredible.
Yeah, one of the best shows I ever saw was Queensryche in Miami.
Yeah.
What year was that?
90.
Yeah, that's when we were down there, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We were in Florida then, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him. I saw him on the Warning tour for the first time. That was probably
Warning.
Yeah, that was the one for me.
Yeah. So
Scott,
this the Queen in the top 5 concerts of all time. Dude, they came out. Their stage was bare. It was black. It was just them just ripping your face apart. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But there wasn't a lot of shit on the stage.
Yeah.
That's one thing that's always bothered me is when people have a bunch of shit on the stage. You know what I mean? It's distracting. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to see people play. I don't, anyway. So it was real, my OCD was happy with it. Is what I'm saying.
I like a tidy stage.
Away. Yeah, put the cards away. But yeah, no, that was a great show. And Steve Miller Band too is in the top 5.
Really?
Yeah, and Paul Rogers opened up for him, dude. Yeah, they had like a 40-minute blues jam that was unbelievable.
I never really was a big Steve Miller fan,
dude. It was just because I was used to we're used to going to all these hard rock metal shows and everyone's and it was just like the coolest from 8 to 80 and there was no drunk assholes, there was no fighting. Yeah. Everyone was just being cool and dancing and singing along. It was cool.
Yeah.
But the new singer in Queensryche, Todd Latore, is fantastic. Yeah, monster. I think he sings Tate better than Tate, but he's his own dude now. He always was, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He's gotten. I think it's cool that each album since he's gotten a little more off the structure of it.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean, to make it more Todd, which is absolutely. So I'm really looking forward to the new album when it comes out.
Yeah.
You know, in the next few months,
Definitely.
and hopefully we get to talk to him. But you know, that would be cool.
Yeah.
But yes, okay. So what was your other favorite bands? Maiden.
Oh well, Sabbath.
How about like the obscure ones? You know.
Well, King's X.
Fantastic, man. New
Yeah,
record coming out too, by the way.
right now is in like
Right.
he's in like bad health. The guitar player, something happened like yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I
Really?
heard. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
But yeah, King's X, man, that was always the musicians
Killer band. Yeah.
Well, you know, I had Faith, Hope, Love, and Gretchen Goes to Nebraska as back when I was listening to all the satanic bands.
Yeah.
You know, people were feeding me this other band. You know, and I heard them, and I heard the real polished records, and I thought, well, you know, what wasn't really my thing when I heard. And I had a friend that it's his favorite group in the world, and he got me to go down to Tulsa. I think it was Tulsa to go see him. And I saw him live, and I was blown away. Like, if you've never seen him live,
Yeah.
And then I went 3 or 4 times after that and saw him.
You know, when we were in Vince and I, we met in college down in Fort Lauderdale in the early '90s, and remember the Sawgrass Mills Mall, Vince?
Yeah, I worked there. Remember at the TV station?
Yeah. Yeah, I was out there one day, and they were playing in town, and I actually bumped into Doug and Jerry. They were walking around, and I was like, hey, you know. I didn't have the dough for a ticket, though, you know what I mean? They were like, coming to the show tonight? I'm like, oh, yeah. Meanwhile, I'm broke, you know. I got ramen noodles in my future, you know what I mean? So, but, yeah, they were cool guys, though. Great band, though, man. No doubt.
Yeah, and all those vocal harmonies, they do all that live.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all live. It's just 3 guys, and they're just
fill up the room, man. With sound.
Man, after seeing them live, I was just okay. Yeah. You know, I'm on board now.
Yeah,
for sure.
Here's when me and Jason became buddies.
Yeah, we were a little bit wasted that night, I would guess.
Just a little bit.
Had that faraway look in our eyes.
Yeah.
And hair. We had hair too.
Yeah. Right.
But
and here's me and my buddy Alan on President's Day. We got this presidential suite at this hotel for free because someone had to go see their in-laws or some bullshit, so this was available, and we're like, okay, we'll throw a party. So we all dressed up, right? So we're like, it's gonna be a big thing, dude. We got there's a Star Trek convention happening on like the floor, you know. So what we did, you know, basically.
Right.
I was John Wilkes.
You were John Wilkes Booth. Yeah. Every kid always wanted to be John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah. But all right, so like Loudness. That was one of the bands I liked back then.
Akira Takasaki, man, what a great player.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I saw them. They opened up for Motley Crue. What was it? The Theater of Pain tour, I think. Yeah.
I saw them a few years ago. I went up to the M3 festival up around Baltimore up there, Columbia, Maryland. Yeah, they were great. Yeah.
Or how about Man-O-War?
I never really got into Man-O-War. Yeah.
I would. Yeah. I'm with him up till Louder Than Hell. Or the album they did after that, whatever that was. But
yeah, I was at the Thirsty Whale show that they did, and that was the Guinness Book of World Records for the loudest show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What?
Right.
Yeah, it was loud, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Thirsty Whale got taken out in the flood, but that was that was the club that you played in Chicago. The Thirsty Whale was the place, you know. But,
right. That's awesome.
Kind of like the Aragon Brawl Room.
Brawl Room.
Yeah. Yeah, when Motley played there, when Slayer played there, they tore all the chairs out. It was like, you know.
I miss the 80s.
Yeah, and that's when you had to stop wearing like spiked wristbands and
yeah,
you know, no chains, you know.
Have you guys heard the latest Armored Saint album?
Oh no.
I think I've heard a tune or two. I haven't heard the album in its entirety though. Love those guys though.
Pretty damn good. Pretty damn good.
Yeah, I'll have to dive into it. John Bush, what a singer, man.
Oh man.
Yep. And I'm trying to think who else. Vince, what was that band with Mike Sweet and Joel Hoekstra? It was,
Iconic.
Iconic, yeah. Yeah, that was the last thing.
Tommy Aldridge.
Checked out. Yeah.
On drums. Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. You know, I think it's cool that, you know, you can see who the working musicians are. It's different than, you know, like if these guys want to make a good living, they got to
hustle, right? Yeah.
They got to play because people don't buy music like they used to.
Yeah, nobody's making money on records anymore, you know.
Right.
From what I
understand. Like I never understood like people who were like in bands, they would, okay, we're going to tour every 8 years. What?
Yeah.
Or every 7 years. What? You know, aren't you a musician?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, now they have to, I think.
Yeah. You know, so it's cool that there's, you know, there's a certain set of people that we talk about all the time that are just always, you know, each quarter is a new album with a different group with a different thing.
Yeah.
You know, Michael Sweet, George Lynch.
He's always doing something.
You know, all these guys are, you know.
He did that record with Tracy Guns.
You know.
Yeah.
All the dudes from Winery Dogs. That's another band that's really good.
They got a new record in the can, I think, too. I don't know when the release date is on that, but I know they were working on something, so it should be pretty solid.
Mm-hmm. But okay. What are some other obscure Easy O? Remember that band?
They were another Japanese band, weren't they?
Killer Dwarves.
Killer Dwarves, yeah. Canadians. They had a couple tunes in the day. I saw their tour bus on the hook of a wrecker one time in a town near me when I was in high school. I was like, yeah, poor guys.
Nice. Uh-huh.
Killer Dwarves. I forgot about them. I might have to dive back into some of that stuff.
Yeah, and then White Trash. It was kind of ska, kind of metal, kind of. They're around for only like 1 or 2 albums.
I don't know if I remember.
Scatterbrain. Remember Scatterbrain?
The name sounds familiar.
Call me dude.
Oh yeah.
Hey dude. Hey dude, don't call me dude. Right.
And then your favorite, remember Manitoba's Wild Kingdom?
True. It all started when he called me. Dude, what a great funny band.
Yeah.
You know, everyone got too serious, man. That's like another thing that happened. There used to be funny bands.
Yeah.
Like comedic bands. You know,
like MOD. Remember those guys? Billy Milano, Scotty, and
Rupture Nuptials.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, SOD, MOD. There's a bunch of bands that were doing like, you know, one-offs or whatever.
Yeah. What happened? Your mic's sounding a little muffled right at the moment.
This one? Is it muffled?
There you go.
It's muffled?
It was. In fact, muffled for a second. Yeah.
Merkel?
Merkin.
Merkin. You know what a Merkin is? It's a pubic hair wig. This is a public service announcement from CreatiVity, Talkin, and Vaudeville Press. Thank you. But, yeah. Okay, other obscure bands that you got into that, like, maybe no one's heard of. These days, anyway.
I kind of got into the Gothenburg death metal, Swedish death metal thing for a minute. I like some of those In Flames, Dark Tranquility. I thought it was unique at the time, late 90s.
Right.
I thought that stuff was pretty cool. I don't know, boy.
Yeah.
Amorphous, that Finnish group, I like a lot of what they're doing. But I like I said, I don't like the vote. I like the clean vocals.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of screamo or, you know.
Yeah. I like the harmony and.
Yeah. I'm really into Evergrey. They're also a Gothenburg band, but you know. Yeah, they're pretty melodic, sort of.
Yeah, as long as it's got melody,
Yeah,
and
it's
harmony. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
But I do like if I get in the mood, man, I love Testament. That last couple Testament albums,
Yeah.
they're pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Now they kept that scene going for years, even when it
Testament,
was
Metal
like,
Church.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love big Metal Church fan. Yeah, I love those guys, man.
Yeah, that first album. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and the song Metal Church, I mean, yeah.
What's the I can't think of the ballad on that. What starts off slow and Gods of Wrath.
Gods of Wrath.
Oh,
That's
man.
it.
Yeah, that's
Bam, ba-da-da-da, down, 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 with the big simple hits going and stuff.
When he lets out that scream.
Yeah.
it goes from here to
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
great.
good stuff. The Dark was a pretty good record too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blessing in Disguise.
Oh yeah, with Mike Howe was singing with him, who
Yeah.
just passed away last year, I think, didn't he?
Yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great record. Anthem to the Estranged, what a great tune.
Yeah.
Real acoustic part in the beginning, and
That song
Yeah.
Badlands.
oh yeah,
Yeah, all that's.
Badlands. There was a band.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the band Badlands. Yeah.
yeah. Now their
Man.
first record was killer too.
Yeah, and too bad that'll never be released again.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Due to a lawsuit, but
yeah.
great lineup.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, the singer's a douchebag, did douchey things, but beyond that, the music was
Killer.
yeah.
Mhm.
They would have been huge had he not,
Yep.
But yeah, can you imagine having say, oh, can't play that? What?
Yeah. But Jake's got Red Dragon Cartel now, right?
He sure does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not super excited about that one.
You're not?
But I'm glad that he's back playing.
Yeah.
It's just not my thing, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But I always liked him and his attitude.
Yeah.
Dude, he's hilarious. When in an interview, dude, he does not give a shit.
No.
He's just like, yeah, okay, fuck that guy. I'm like,
Yeah.
I like you, Jake Ely.
Yep.
It's nice to see someone not have like a canned PR response.
Right. Yeah, he's over it all, you can tell. Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm. Repeat the line. But
He's got a new signature Charvel out, I believe, right? Or two of them, I think.
what's that?
Guitars. Charvel just came out with a the one, white with the black pick guard that he famously played, and then I think they did the blue one as well. That he was like, remember on the Ultimate Sin era, he had that blue Charvel.
Right.
I think they're doing one of those as well.
Nice.
And what's so cool about that is, as much wiggle stick shit as he did, he never had a Floyd Rose.
Right.
You listen to him in interviews, he's always like,
Yep. That's a good point. Yeah, I didn't really think about that, but yeah.
Yeah. He's unique in that.
Yep,
a lot of guys
for sure.
that,
Yeah.
Not yet traditional, huh?
yeah, just total. I don't know. You would think, you never. I mean, because the first time I saw him was in the Ultimate Sin.
Yeah.
I remember watching that VHS video of that tour, and he's doing all that stuff, and I thought, well, for sure he's got, the Floyd Rose. He's got, and he don't. He doesn't.
It's all in the hands. Yeah.
It's all, very cool.
Yeah. He's awesome. He's got a new signature Friedman amp too, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so who are your top 5 favorite guitar players growing up versus today? Or even two from then versus 2 now, or how they've...
Oh, well, okay. Paige, Iommi, Angus Young, Michael Schenker, Rich Blackmore. Today, Steve Morse. cleanest, one of the cleanest. I saw him play with Purple. One of the cleanest,
Oh, he's
most
really good.
fluid. Oh
Mhm.
my, cleanest.
He's a monster.
But yeah, he's great. Boy, that's tough.
Yeah, he's
Now-
down right now. He's
Yeah,
he's got some health issue going up. He's
Yeah.
recovering from. Someone's filling in for him for a little bit.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Robin
Yeah, all our
Trower.
heroes are aging, man. You know.
Oh.
So has it stayed consistent pretty much within that list?
Yeah. I mean, I like different things about different people. Like Zach Wild, I love certain things about Zach Wild.
Right.
I love certain things about different players, but I don't like everything about.
That they do. Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I just cherry pick what I like about, like Derek Trucks, Sly.
Yeah. It's the
Mhm.
best.
I mean, he's good at the.
Yeah.
I don't know. But like I say, right now I'm so focused. I'm trying not to
Be influenced.
listen to a lot of guys because I think I played for so long now. It's like, well, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I gotta find my
Your thing.
Tommy Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
My God, I mean he
Right.
Yeah.
Always
played
smiling.
Twinkle Little Star, and man,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, there's so much good music out there right now. I mean,
Yeah.
you just gotta
it's just-
search for it.
Right,
Such a-
that-
yeah.
that-
That's fun.
You got to
Yep.
do that sifting,
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny that, here we are 3 different parts of the country and we all had to find Tommy Manuel that way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
So
the
Cream does
best
rise to
stuff.
the top on certain things,
Right.
not always, but it's pretty
Mhm.
funny. Like a few people that we've mentioned that weren't.
Well, and I remember him. I remember like old videos of him. When he, him and Chet Atkins
Yeah.
Yeah.
were doing these duos, and I just thought, well, who's
Mhm.
this guy? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and now he's like,
Yeah.
he's paid his dues for sure. And
Oh, absolutely. And he's been around doing it since he was a kid.
Yeah. So
oh,
there's a
Like
lot of
it was
those.
Family band, like the Osmonds kind of thing, and he was,
Yeah.
Great.
There's another guy, these dad-gad acoustic players. That's to me is always blows me away. Is Pierre Bensusan? You ever listen to him?
oh yeah.
Man,
Oh yeah, he's
unbelievable.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much out there right now that is,
Mhm.
and the cool, I was cussing it, because I was all old school, and
Yeah.
I hated the internet, and I thought, well, but it's amazing. It's all changing. It all has changed.
Yeah.
The way music is consumed, and
Right.
so it's.
Yeah, like that one dude. What was that one guy's name? Dude, this is one thing about getting older. Is it side kick Steve, side fish Steve, something like that?
I couldn't hear you.
I just had it, and then the train messed me up because I'm old. C6 Steve.
Oh, C60. Yeah.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a guy who came out of nowhere. He was an engineer for a bunch of bands coming up in the, in Seattle at the time. And then he has this act where he's this farmer dude and people ate it up, dude.
Yeah.
You familiar with him?
I've never heard. No.
Yeah, he plays like weird, like he's got he plays cigar box guitars and he's got a stomp, and then he'll play like a 4-string guitar that's all screwed up, but it sounds, he's with the slide. Dude, yeah. He's amazing. An older guy, I'd say in his mid-60s.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. Like he became so big that John Paul Jones joined his band.
Oh, okay.
So he plays mandolin and he'll sit in, bass and stuff. That's pretty major when John Paul Jones asked to join your band.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And like the drummer plays a lot with his hands. Not necessarily. It's not all stick.
Yeah.
So it's really it's country. But You know what I mean?
I really dig Justin
country,
Johnson a lot
but
too,
you know.
for as far as slide stuff goes.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Have you checked him out, Jarrod?
No, I haven't heard of any of that. No.
Justin Johnson. Yeah, check him out.
Oh, it's he the guy that wears all the rings?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I've seen him. Yeah.
He's got like a shovel with strings on it, and he's
Right. An old bullet box. And,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting what people are doing. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as long as it sounds good, man, who cares?
Yeah, you know, if you're trying to do something, you know, it's creative. I mean, you know, so
Right, you got to play. You know.
yeah.
But the oil can, I'm surprised you haven't got one of those yet, Jason.
I'm working on it.
What are you drinking there?
Liquid Death.
Is it really sparkling water?
It really is. Yeah,
That's funny.
it's good.
Right? See, normally by this time we're like
Hammered. We're usually hammered out by now, but we're behaving tonight.
Mm-hmm. Season 2, we figured, you know. Yeah, so basically, so Jason, you've lost a few pounds, right?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, so this is a show for guys, about guys, by guys that women love. And yeah, so yeah, I'll lose some weight with you, dude.
Okay. Yeah,
I gained a few pounds from the trip there. But yeah, 18 to go.
Oh, the trip. I thought you said the drip. I was like,
No, the trip. The trip. No, you're the one in the shower. Oh, hold on, I gotta go in the shower. Okay.
hey, this head requires some care,
Why
man.
face all flushed? Right, like he doesn't. Okay, but all right. So then, did you? You said you played you played blues as well. Did you jump away from the metal thing and play blues for a while, or were you doing like multiple?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I don't know how to answer that question. Yeah, no. I mean, I've always been real bluesy. When I solo, it's always real bluesy. Whether I'm in a metal band, for instance,
That's
like,
just where you live.
Right. I was never a finger tapper.
Yeah.
You know, shred head, but
A boodly doo.
Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite players. Actually, I should have said this earlier. One of my favorite players is Brian Robertson from the original Thin Lizzy.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yeah.
Those guys, they're top 5 band.
Yeah.
You know, just bluesy, but you know, well, even like Zakk Wylde, real heavy music, but the solos are very, I mean, some of them anyway, are very, very bluesy, soulful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, he's got that. There was that one. Oh man, I shouldn't have. I'm not gonna be able to think of it now. There's one tune that Zach plays, really kind of Page-ish. You know, I think of Jimmy Page when I hear that solo. It's what's the name of that song?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Justin, you're forgetting this song?
You're very forgetful. Yeah. Well, I got
Come on, Grandpa.
now. It's gonna drive me nuts. Oh man, 50's not being kind to me.
You know, there's a weird thing with me and Led Zeppelin. Okay, so here's my opinion on Led Zeppelin. They have like 15 songs that majorly kick ass, and the rest of it's boring.
Yeah. No, I'd agree. I would agree 100% with you.
You know, it's like, like, hey, we gotta take another Valium to write this song.
Right.
You know, it's like, you know, it meant for the time, maybe it was, you know, wasn't made for us, you know, but the other songs were. But, you know, I don't know.
When there's a lot of guys that talk about how much they love the later period, and they're all me. I'm the first 4 albums and out.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, and he gets, and I only take bits and pieces of the third.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, I want the goodies, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they burned bright, you know, and then burned out. And what I do think is cool is Robert Plant, though. He's very different than Robert Plant's kind of like, well, that's the past, you know, man. And Jimmy Page, he's hanging on to that legacy, which is, you know, it's a cool legacy, but you know, Robert Plant, he's done moved on. That ship has sailed for him.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of stuff with Alison Krauss and stuff these days, right?
Yeah.
Who's a local from here, by the way?
Oh, really?
Yep. Bought her CD for $5.
Really?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Brie Larson. Anyway, yeah, it's so it was cool, and like, you know, and dude, Robert Plant always reinvents what he did. He's totally on a musical journey. He doesn't need the money, but he likes the journey of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he jumps in 100%. You know what I mean? Like, how many times could you redo Black Dog?
Right. You know, I threw on
and like each time it's like, whoa.
I threw on Ship of Fools the other day.
Like the Band of Joy, when they used doing the Band of Joy again. Dude, that was awesome.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was a different thing.
And that was the band originally that he had with Bonham, the Band of Joy. But
cool.
Yeah, they were really good. But yeah, he's always doing something, man. You know. Yeah. You know, I don't know if I could play the same 12 songs for 50 years.
Yeah, it would get old. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and that goes back to my point earlier of just being in a band. Period. Man, you know, you get with 3 or 4 other guys. You know, we all have our limitations.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And once you hit those limitations and you've exhausted the possibility, to me, you got to move on.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're just
stagnate, right?
You do this.
Spin in your wheels. Yeah.
Right. So.
Cool.
All
right. So it looks like from your Facebook page that you're into gardening.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Very much.
So. A lot of dudes love their garden, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it's very humbling. Yeah.
Relaxing.
Jason's got a garden going.
Yeah, I did, but I'll tell you what, man. This heat is
banana trees, knuckle dragger.
Yeah, it's looking kind of sad. Everything's looking kind of sad now with these hot days, man. So early, just, you know. I mean, we were watering and everything, but you know, started out good, but it's like all stressed now, you know. So. Yeah,
constant watering it, but it's humbling to grow something and. We pickle our own cucumbers and do all this canned tomatoes, all this stuff.
That's great.
Yeah, that's how we grew up. We're canned cucumbers and raspberries and strawberries and blueberries and, like, you know, it's like, oh man, that's what we're doing this weekend.
Yeah, as a kid, you weren't too.
The next week it was, we got to go to the apple orchard to pick off. You know.
Snapping green beans. And,
Yep. Isn't it funny, like all the stuff that you, as a kid, you thought was torture, like then you grow up and you're like, okay, I get it, you know?
Yeah, this is cool. So,
yeah.
So what do you grow?
Tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers. That's kind of our thing. Green beans.
Gotcha.
I don't like a lot of vegetables. I'm not but yeah, we do that. But
Jason, what do you grow?
Well, this year we did green beans, cucumbers, squash, corn. I got a few rows of corn out there, tomatoes, and pumpkins.
Nice.
Yeah.
We won't ask you what you're doing to those said pumpkins, but hey.
Jack-o'-lanterns, man.
This isn't pumpkin seed. But, So when did you decide to leave the whole band thing and then just do what you're doing?
Oh, about 5 years ago, I was doing an acoustic gig with a good friend of mine, playing all these old 80s metal, 90s stuff, originals, just acoustic, just the two of us. And I just got burnt. Just got burnt out on the whole bar band. Then I spent a lot of time doing the casino circuits and the whole you can't bring an amp, can't do this. Can't wear a t-shirt, got to dress like. No, I'm done with all that.
Yeah.
Just let's find a field and.
Yeah.
Bring some ant, let's rock.
Right.
So that I got burnt out, and I said, man, I got to do something different. So that's when I started just trying to figure out how to record stuff. And like I said, I'm an idiot when it comes to figuring out audio. I hate it.
Well, I'm a bigger idiot apparently because I still haven't figured it out. But what are you recording on? Are you doing like Logic, or what's your platform of choice?
Basically, I'm just, especially with the acoustic stuff, I'm just getting like a condenser mic. I got a couple of I went and bought a bunch of condenser mics straight into the audio interface, and like Audacity, that free program that's.
Oh, okay.
And I can barely operate that piece of shit. But, and I put a track on there, and I throw one guitar to the right, I throw the other guitar to the left, and.
Man, I tell you, it sounds great, though. Thank
yeah.
All the stuff does.
I mean, that's the funny part is like, listening to your stuff, you would think you knew all kinds of shit.
No.
So to hear you say that you don't, it's like,
yeah. I'm roughing it, man. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Sounds really good, man.
Yeah, you could be doing a lot worse,
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So why don't you tell people how to find you so they can like and subscribe and share your music?
YouTube, Jarrod Chester, JerrodChester. Check me out there. I'm trying to build up the YouTube channel. Facebook, same thing. Just in the early stages, just trying to figure this technology thing out.
Sure,
because it's new to me.
Right. Yeah. So we're doing we're getting a bunch of people are starting out at the same kind of level. So we're
trying to build this up too.
Right.
So build a little network of people doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
If if it's honest, it's good.
Right. Yeah. It's a new world. It's a new world.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Mm-hmm.
And then a bunch of a bunch of dude. We have a degree in it, but it took me a while to figure this out.
Yeah.
And I had to get a physical mixer just because I need to see it. I can't just make. Oh, it's on the. No, it's not on a tab or whatever.
Right.
It's right here. It's right here, and I can see it and touch it.
Right.
And it's got knobs.
You're a knob twister.
Yeah, But Oh, and in case has anyone seen Andrew, we're still looking for you, buddy. That's the guy we went to college with. We can't find him, so all last season we kept on busting his balls, and that's what he wore that once in college, the cowboy boots, the shorts. Mm-hmm. So that's Andrew. But and just want to tell everyone on the 22nd to watch the crossover of the Beard Speaks and CreatiVity Talkin, where we'll be doing this once a month, and that'll be like CreatiVity Speaks, I guess. But and then Jason's going to be on there probably next month, and so we'll be talking about some Van Halen on the 22nd there. So I'll be running with the devil over there. You can find this podcast at vincentcustos.com and vaudevilpress.com. And by the way, buy the book. T-shirts coming. Oh, we got merch coming. So I will have the testers in a week or two.
Cool.
And then we'll go from there, see if I didn't want to order a bunch of shit, and if it was crap,
right. Yeah, I need to check it out first.
Oh, for sure. Anyway, I was gonna make a Seattle music scene joke, but it's all the same. But anyway, all right. So I think we're gonna wrap it up here, and everyone, you can find us on Spotify and wherever you find your favorite podcasts, and don't forget to check out Jarrod Chester on YouTube. That's JarrodChester. And find him on Facebook. Check out his music. He's really good. He's a good dude. So when his album comes out, is there a guesstimate next year?
Yeah, it should be by the end of the year.
Oh, cool. All right, cool. Yeah. So when your album comes out, come on and we'll premiere it for you.
Sure.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Dude, it's nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Keep playing. And Jason, you're a beautiful man.
Oh, thank you.
All showered, rosy cheek. Yeah. Anyway,
that's high blood pressure, by the way.
Yeah. Right. All right. So before we close out, I just want to, since I had to spend time editing, I just want to play this one more time. Here's a little promo. All right, so Jarrod, so we went to the country in a town that we spent. There's like 300 people. Okay, that's how many people are in the town. And my girlfriend was making fun of me because she said I was like Forrest Gump, fucking waving. So here's a little joke, trying to learn the country nod with your fingers. Here we see Vince training for the next trip to the country. Sup. Hi. That was me. Anyway, might as well make fun of myself before the end. And remember, this is what Jason and I looked like 30 years ago. But all righty, let me find the. Do I have an outro, or are we just going to look old? Remember, may George Carlin be with you. But and here's Jason in the morning, 5 minutes after his coffee. But anyway, Jarrod, nice meeting you, man. Thanks for coming on. We look forward to hearing more from you. Jay, have a good one, brother. Love you, man.
Yeah,
and everyone, we will.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, absolutely, man. And may Van Halen be with you always. All right, guys, have a good one.
Yep. See you.
Yep.